So let's do one more system here. We're finding the solution of a system. Again, this doesn't look any different from anything that you did last night. It doesn't look any different really from the problem before, other than the fact that now these are in standard form, right? The format is the same, but they're still linear equations. We know because x and y are both to the first power. So therefore, yes, this will be a linear equation. Should be fairly straightforward. We should be able to solve through substitution. All right, so the first thing that we want to do, I've already copied the instructions that we followed the last time. So the first thing we want to do is get a variable by itself. Now, last time we got y by itself because that didn't require any work. Y was already by itself. Now, in this case, what looks easiest to get by itself, to isolate? Is it the x here? That's almost by itself already. Is it the y that's attached to the 2? Is it the x that's attached to the 3? Or is it the y here that's attached to the negative 4? Well, hopefully you're using your brain. You said, well, Mr. Bywater, it looks like this is the easiest to get by itself. Yes, that is the easiest to get by itself, Mr. Bywater, because all we have to do in this equation is take the x plus 2y equals 6, and we subtract the 2y, and ta-da! X is by itself. Now you can have 6 minus 2y, or you can go negative 2y plus 6. It doesn't really matter because that now has gotten the variable by itself. It doesn't matter which one. Be brilliant. Choose the one that's the easiest. Don't make it hard on yourself. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to substitute it in the other equation. So I used the first equation to get x by itself. So now I'm going to substitute that into the other equation. So again, here I have x is equal to 2y plus 6. That means that x and negative 2y plus 6 are the same thing. Therefore, I can take this and I can put it in for x because they are the same thing. That's what equals means. It means they are the same thing. Regardless if this is the same equation or a different one, it tells me right here x is negative 2y plus 6. So therefore, I can substitute. So we'll go ahead and substitute. I'm going to copy it down exactly as it is there, except I'm going to put negative 2y plus 6 in for x. So I see a 3, and then I see the x. So just like a good little Algebra 1 student, I'm going to put it in parentheses so I don't make any mistakes. So I've got the 3, I've got the x, which has been replaced, and then I got minus 4y equals 28. Again, it's in the other equation. I did exactly what it's written there, except instead of x, I wrote down negative 2y plus 6. So from here, we want to solve for y. There's only one variable here. Now I can solve it. So we distribute. We get negative 6y plus 18 minus 4y equals 28. My personal opinion is I like to put these together first. So negative 6y and negative 4y is negative 10y. I don't like having more than one y if I can avoid it. I don't like having more than one variable period if I can avoid it. So now I'm solving for y. The weakest link is the plus 18, so we'll minus 18. So negative 10y equals 10. Divide by negative 10. And I get y equals negative 1. There we go. We're all done. What? You say we're not done? Why are we not done? Oh, you're right. We're not done because this is the solution of a system. Remember, a system is two lines. Two lines cross at a point, which means you need an x value and a y value. We have a y value. Check. Do we have an x value? No. Besides, I substituted and I solved, but I didn't finish my steps. So now I need to solve for the other variable. So I need to solve for x. Well, how am I going to get x? Well, I'm going to take the y and I'm going to put it into either one of the equations. It doesn't matter which one in this situation. Okay, so choose the one that looks the easiest. Well, to me, the top one looks the easiest. Don't substitute it in any of your rearranged equations because if you made a mistake, then you might get a number that doesn't work in the original. So always back to the original. So I'll go ahead and plug the negative 1 in. So I'm going to rewrite that first equation, x plus 2, but instead of y, I'm going to put in negative 1 equals 6. So x minus 2 equals 6, x equals 8. Okay, so there we go. We have 8 comma negative 1, which I'm writing as a point because that's what it is representing, is the point where they cross. And so I've done that. Now I should check my answer. So to check my answer, I'm going to take that and put it into both equations. So I've got 8 plus 2 times negative 1 equals 6. That's the first one. I've put in x and y. And that's 8 minus 2 equals 6. Yep, that's a check. And so now we'll check the other one. We'll go 3 times x, which is 8, minus 4 times negative 1, which is 28. 3 times 8 is 24. Minus 4 times negative 1 is plus 4. Negative times negative is positive, equals 28. And yep, that's another check. So there we go. We've solved another equation through substitution. All right, good luck, and see if you can finish your homework now. Cheers.